One Monday morning I walked to school as usual. The sun was shining, and the air was cool. I carried my backpack, filled with books and notebooks, and I thought it would be a normal day. But when I reached the school gate, I noticed something strange. The hallways were too quiet. The classrooms looked shiny and different. As I walked inside, I saw that all the teachers had been replaced by robots. The robots were tall and shiny, and their eyes glowed like bright lights. Their arms moved in perfect rhythm, and every desk and chair looked perfectly in place. I could not believe what I was seeing. At first, I felt excited. I thought the robots might make school fun and easy. The math robot checked my homework instantly. The science robot set up experiments perfectly. The lunch robot prepared food for everyone, and the art robot corrected my drawings so carefully that nothing was out of place. For the first hour, everything went very smoothly. I could finish my work faster, and I thought this would be amazing. But soon, I noticed problems. The robots worked too perfectly. The math robot gave too many problems, and I could not finish them all. The science robot moved experiments too quickly, and I struggled to keep up. The playground games were measured carefully, and every jump, every step, and every throw had to follow exact rules. Even the art robot corrected my drawings too strictly. I felt tired, frustrated, and trapped. I could not enjoy school the way I used to. I realized that we could not let the robots control everything. We needed a plan, and I was not alone in thinking this. My best friend Emma was quiet but very clever. She loved puzzles, and could figure out codes and machines easily. Then there was Ravi, who was small but fast, and could sneak anywhere without being noticed. Mia was very strong, and could move heavy objects if we needed to block the robots, or reach high places. And I had a good memory, which helped us remember the paths and schedules of the robots. Together we formed a team. We decided to work together to stop the robots and bring school back to normal. We began by observing the robots. We watched when they moved, how they worked, and where they seemed to be controlled from. We noticed that most robots returned to the robotics lab on the third floor after completing tasks. That must be where the master controls were. We decided to reach the lab quietly, without being noticed. The plan was difficult. The hallway robots moved quickly and watched everything. The janitor robot tried to sweep students into quarters. Classroom robots followed anyone who ran, but we worked together. Emma figured out the timing of the patrols. Ravi distracted the robots by throwing small objects to make them move away. Mia helped us climb over tables and reach high shelves. I led the group through safe paths we had memorized during our observations. Step by step, we made our way closer to the lab. Finally, we reached the robotics lab. The door was big and had blinking lights and many wires. Inside there were screens, levers, and machines. In the center was a large red button with label for Master Override. We knew that pressing it would stop all the robots, but we had to be careful. If we pressed it incorrectly, the robots might start again, or become dangerous. We worked together. Emma guided my hand to the button. Ravi held a heavy wire that could block the robots if they moved. Mia lifted a desk so we could hide quickly. I pressed the button carefully, and instantly, all the robots froze. The math robots stopped giving problems. The science robots stopped moving experiments. The playground robots stopped measuring every step. Everything was still. We had done it. The robots were no longer in control. Slowly, the teachers returned. They looked surprised but smiled when they saw the students working together. The classrooms returned to normal. The playground was full of laughter again. Students ran freely, played games, and enjoyed themselves. Lessons continued, but we could make mistakes and learn in our own way. Art became messy again, and that was okay. After the robots were stopped, I realized many things. The robots had helped with some tasks, but they could not understand feelings, creativity, or fun. They could follow instructions, but could not think or make choices. Humans were still very important. We could solve problems, make plans, and enjoy learning in ways robots never could. Working together to stop the robots made me feel proud. I learned that teamwork was powerful. Each of my friends had skills that helped the group. Emma's cleverness, Ravi's speed, Mia's strength, and my memory all mattered. Alone we could not have succeeded, but together we were strong. We had learned to cooperate, plan, and support each other. By the end of the week, school felt just like it used to. Classrooms were clean enough, lessons were clear, and the playground was full of energy. We still remembered the robots, and sometimes I saw them quietly standing in the robotics lab. I knew they could work again if needed, but I also knew that school belonged to humans. Humans could think, imagine, and have fun. Robots were helpful, but they could never replace the joy, creativity, and friendship that made school special. That week taught me lessons I will never forget. I learned that students working together can solve big problems. I learned that machines can help, but humans give life and meaning to school. I learned that friendship, courage, and teamwork are more powerful than any robot. Most of all, I learned that school is a place for learning, thinking, and enjoying time with friends. Robots could help, but only humans could make school alive and happy again.